Stages. Procedure for cure. Start by taking ornithine, 2 at bedtime on the first night you get it. You don't need to wait for the rest of the program to start on ornithine. Take 4 ornithine on the second night. Take 6 ornithine at bedtime on the third night. After this, take 4 to 6 ornithine at bedtime every night till you are sleeping soundly. Then go off ornithine and see whether your sleep is as good without it. Use as needed, it is not habit forming. Procedure for cure. Taking ornithine at bedtime may give you so much energy the next day that you don't need to take arginine in the morning. But if going off caffeine recommended as you dragging yourself through the morning, take 1 arginine upon rising and another one before lunch and supper. It can make you a bit irritable. Cut back if this happens. Ornithine and arginine, each about 500 mg, are available in capsules in separate bottles. There are no side effects. There is no interference with any other medication. There is no need to stop any treatment that a clinical doctor or alternative therapist has started you on, provided it is solvent-free. Over half the medications hold a test of traces of isopropyl alcohol, benzene, or wood alcohol. How could you know whether a medicine is free of isopropyl alcohol contamination? Only the synchrometer method can test for isopropyl alcohol in less than a minute. If you have friends with cancer, you could become their angel by learning to use this device. Alternatives. Are there any substitute for the black walnut hull, cloves, or wormwood? I believe there must be dozens of plants that could kill the intestinal fluke. While you are waiting for herbs, why not try all the vitamins and herbs that are presently available to you and that have been traditionally used to treat cancer? They may work by killing fluke stages or have other value. Some of these are red clover blossoms, 2 capsules 3 times a day. Pa diarco, 2 capsules 3 times a day. Vitamin C, 10 or more grams per day. Like trail as directed by source. Grapes and grape juice. Worm juice, no meat in the diet. Echinacea, 2 capsules 3 times a day. Metabolic enzymes, take as directed. The macrobiotic diet. Red clover blossoms contain an inhibitor of orthophosphotyrosine formation called genistein or biochanin. Then as soon as your herbs arrive, you can stop these, or you may wish to continue them as well. Cancer curing recipe. Parasite killing program. Number 1. Black walnut hull tincture, extra strength. On day 1, this is the day you begin. Start the same day you receive it. Take 1 drop. Put it in half cup of water. Sip it on an empty stomach such as before a meal. Day 2, take 2 drops in half cup water. Day 3, take 3 drops in half cup water. Day 4, take 4 drops in half cup water. Day 5, take 5 drops in half cup water. Day 6, take 2 teaspoons all together in half cup water. Sip it, don't gulp it. Add sweetening and flavoring to help it go down. Or you may stir the tincture into fruit sauce. Get it down within 15 minutes. If you are over 150 pounds, take 2.5 teaspoons. If you are over 200 pounds, take 3 teaspoons. This dose kills any remaining stages throughout the body, including the bowel contents, a location unreachable by a smaller dose or by electric current. The alcohol in the tincture can make you slightly woozy for several minutes. Simply stay seated until you are comfortable again. You may put the tincture in lukewarm water to help evaporate some of the alcohol, but do not use hot water because that may damage its parasiticide power. Then take niacinamide, 500 mg, to counteract the toxicity of the alcohol. You could also feel a slight nausea for a few minutes. Walk in the fresh air or simply rest until it passes. For a year, take 2 tablespoons black walnut hull tincture extra strength once a week. This is to kill any parasite stages you pick up from your family, friends, or pets. Family members and friends take 2 tablespoons every other week to avoid reinfecting you. They may be harboring a few parasite stages in their intestinal tract without having symptoms. But when these stages are transmitted to someone who has had cancer, they immediately seek out the unhealed organ to continue multiplying. You may be wondering why you should wait for 5 days before taking the 2 teaspoon dose. It is for your convenience only. You may have a sensitive stomach or be worried about toxicity or side effect. By the 6th day, you will have convinced yourself there is no toxicity or side effect. In fact, if you are convinced after the first drop of the restorative powers of black walnut hull tincture extra strength, take the 2 teaspoon dose on the very first day, going slower. On the other hand, if you cringe at the thought of taking an herb or you are anxious about its safety, continue the drops, increasing at your own pace until you are ready to brave the decision. 2 teaspoon dose. Extremely ill. Terminally ill with cancer, take a 2 teaspoon dose every hour for 5 hours. In other words, a 10 teaspoon dose. Follow this the same day or next day with the map-up program. If this gets you out of a hospital bed, repeat the 10 teaspoon dose on the maintenance program once a week. Remember to include wormwood and clove capsules with each treatment, but increase the dose to 10 of each. Second, wormwood capsules should contain 200 to 300 mg of wormwood. Day 1. Take 1 capsule before supper with water. Day 2, take 1 capsule before supper. Day 3, take 2 capsules before supper. Day 4, take 2 capsules before supper. Continue increasing in this way to day 14, whereupon you are up to 7 capsules. You take the capsules all in a single dose. You may take a few at a time until they are all gone. Then you do 2 more days of 7 capsules each. After this, you take 7 capsules once a week forever, as it states in the maintenance parasite program. Try not to get interrupted before the 6th day so you know the adult intestinal flukes are dead. After this, you may proceed more slowly if you wish. Many persons with sensitive stomach prefer to stay longer on each dose instead of increasing accordingly to the schedule. You may choose the pace after the 6th day. Number 3, cloves. Fill size 00 capsules with fresh ground